Welcome to the podcast, everyone. I am Mayra. Welcome, welcome, and welcome, Wendy.
Thank you, Myra. It's wonderful to be here. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Wow. It takes me a little bit to get into the swing of things. I don't know. I felt a little bit, my kids are they're grown and it's not the same. It's just not the same. They're adult men. And I think after next year, because my grandbaby's coming in January, I think there's going to be such a shift for the holidays for me.
Yes, 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 yes. My grandbabies are the youngest one's going to be 13 in a couple of months. And so, but it's still a lot of fun because they're still basically just big kids, right? Our fam
Yes.
our family's big on celebration, low key, but lots of fun. We play games, we laugh like crazy. I have a crazy wonderful family. I really do.
Oh, that's the special part is just being together. I can't wait. So,
Yeah.
Christmas Day, we are all gathering. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. So, what do we have going on with Metatron's Mystical Muse?
Wow. So it's kind of winding down for 2023. I do have a reading special going on through the 15th, half price on Akashic readings or psychic readings for either the full or the half hour, and gift certificates available for people towards the end of the year. Then again in January, I'll be bringing, Elijah back, and I'll be
Okay.
bringing Metatron back for our free evenings, and those will be posted on the Metatron's Mystical Muse website. I do also have a workshop in January called Moving Mountains, and I'm really excited. It's being taught by Metatron, of
Mm,
course, and
hmm.
it's all about planting your feet for 2024, getting in alignment with your soul's journey, and just really getting the tools to help you move powerfully through 2024. So those are those are a few
That's
of the things.
great. Well, I love what Metatron, the advice he kind of gave about what 2024 is bringing.
Hmm. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
eye-opening. And yeah, I kind of wonder, am I going to be a sink or swimmer? Again, all positive, no matter which one you do. But
Yeah.
yes, it's
Yeah.
it's
And
feels it feels good.
I thought I thought, hey, I'm a swimmer. No, but as you know, I've kind of gotten whomped in the last few weeks with some health
Yeah.
problems, and I'm reevaluating, going, all right, what am I? What am I in alignment with for this new year? So it's really exciting. Doesn't matter how long we've been doing this work, right? We always have to kind of sit back sometimes and reevaluate
Yeah.
and remind ourselves, where we are on our soul's journey.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a message to slow down, right? You're doing too much.
Definitely. Like, just slow down.
All right. Well, ready to bring in the big guy?
I am. Have a good time.
Thank
Have
you.
fun. I'll see you on the backside.
All right. There'll just be a pause here for a little bit for those listeners on the podcast as she brings in Metatron's energy.
All right. Good day to you.
Good day, Metatron.
Always good to see you, beloved one.
Thank you. It's always good to connect with you.
Mm.
I have a whole set of questions for you today.
We've been picking them out of the ethers and kind of, fascinating, right? And it's really interesting how some of the questions that people ask we can answer, but they won't have any point of reference for the answers. So sometimes that makes it really difficult, right?
Hmm.
Make,
Yes.
that makes it difficult because you don't have the points of references for all of the places in the cosmos that you've come from and all of the energies and all of the lineages. It is, you're kind of insulated in your human experience, right?
It's interesting that you bring that up today because one of the questions that I do have, maybe you picked it out from the ethers, is really explaining how channeling works.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, One of the things that I have been um, asked several times is, because I share a lot of information on social media and some of it is channeling.
Mhm.
And you'll always get that person that throws a comment saying, how is this particular ascended master speaking in a certain language, right? Foreign languages across the or well, across our globe, like you're
Right.
able to channel Wendy and you're speaking through her in English. However, you can also channel someone in France
Indeed.
and use their language. Can
Indeed.
you explain how that works?
Well, it's not so much about the language as it is about the vibration,
Okay.
right? And so while you are bringing through the vibration of your guidance, it comes through your filters, whether you speak French or English or Spanish, it does not matter, right? You're
Mhm.
receiving the vibration and you translate it into what you know. It comes through your filters. If you
Yes.
if you could take a step back and look at divine consciousness as a whole. I- There is really only the language of light and love in consciousness, right? And
Right.
so when you are connecting with your guides, your angels, those beings that you work with, right, you are bringing in that vibration, that language of light, and translating it into something that you can understand and that those that you're speaking to can understand.
Mm.
Make a little sense.
Yes, yes, it does. I think that's very helpful to people.
Yeah,
And how about um, how your energy comes in with Wendy? Can you maybe elaborate a little bit about how that works?
sure. So again, Metatron is frequency, right? Within the whole, right? Within the collective, there are what we will call delineations of source, like threads of source. One thread can be the energy of Archangel Michael, one can be Metatron, one can be Saint Germain. Millions and millions and millions of delineations or threads of source. And we each have our own unique frequency, even as we are part of the whole. So there's you kind of have to
Mm.
look at two different things at the same time. And so when our channel is quote unquote bringing us in, what she's really doing is connecting with that thread of Metatron that resides within her.
Mm.
And she shifts positions, whereas normally our woman is, you know, the one that is in the front, right? Have that relationship with our channel, personal relationship. When she's channeling, it's like you turn the coin to the other side, and Metatron is more forward than
Yeah,
Lestra is forward.
right.
So yeah.
And Malestra is the name of Wendy's true self, her
Yeah.
higher self.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed. Yes. Yeah.
beautiful.
Hmm.
That's interesting. Um, I think we talked about that earlier, and I still really want to connect with the name of my higher self. I really need to spend more time connecting so I can retrieve it.
Yeah. And our channel went through a process of, you know, preparation. She went
Yes,
through a clearing process and a preparation, and then she created ceremony for herself. She lived in a
beautiful.
very small one-bedroom apartment, and she put candles around and rocks around and bowls of salt and laid in the middle and said, okay, I'm ready, right? Bring on my sacred name. And
Wow.
when she heard Mealestra, she was like, what? That can't be it. Come on, bring me my sacred name. And
Mm,
we were pretty adamant, no, your sacred name is Mare Lestra. This is, you know, your soul name.
yeah,
And she had to go through the process of understanding it. And we've broken it down for her because she has angelic lineage, right? And she is, you know, the EL within Male Estra is part of that lineage, and Mael is part of something else, and the maelstrom is the storm. And so what she understood after picking it all apart and trying to figure out if this is really her sacred name is that Maelestra, if you were to translate it, stands for wind warrior.
mm,
And that has been mm, her job in the cosmos for millennia, is a warrior.
wow. Thank you
People that
so
know
much for
don't think
sharing.
of that, but
Yes.
at the soul level.
Wow. That's beautiful. So thank you for sharing her process. Okay. But let's maybe give us some advice for those listeners that are interested in retrieving what their sacred name is. What would you suggest?
We would suggest that they talk to their soul, talk to guidance, and say, I would really like to know, really like to receive my sacred name.
Mhm.
And spend some time just listening, being open to it, putting out the request into the universe. And then when it feels right, or when you get that push from your guidance, create a sacred ceremony for yourself, or go into nature and sit down and just allow yourself to receive. And no matter what it sounds like, please do your best not to be resistant,
Mm.
right? Because
Yeah,
you you have an expectation when you're looking for your sacred name, right? There is an expectation whether you're aware of it or not.
sure.
And so when you receive an odd name like Mealestra,
Yes.
the ego wants to go, right? That cannot be it. So do your best to stay out of the ego, in the right brain, in the heart space, in the soul space. And even if it is a very simple name, sit with it, entertain it, see how it resonates with you.
I love that.
Indeed.
Thank you. I think that's very helpful.
Good.
So I'm going to kind of shift to what I would call a little whimsical questions, okay? And I want to talk about dragons, right? Um, so our historians here, say that's nonsense. There's no evidence or proof of dragons. But I'd like to ask you, um, do they exist? Did they exist here on our Earth plane? Were they ever moved? And where are they?
All right. All right. So, the thing about proof is, again, we were speaking of sometimes you have no point of reference. Scientists, it doesn't matter. But the dragons are a race of beings, like the angelic realm is a race of beings. Galactics are multiple races of beings, and you've had very little proof that those are real, right? The dragon lineages, many of the humans upon this planet, particularly currently, are connecting with their dragon lineage. Dragons have visited this planet, but not what we would say lived on this planet. What they need is something a little hotter, more arid to be able to
Oh,
sustain themselves, right?
okay,
And
interesting.
so they are a brilliant, genius race of beings. And they have a whole hierarchy, like your planet has a hierarchy within it as well. And these beings have traveled, across the cosmos, assisting different planetary systems in their evolutionary process. They bring wisdom, they bring understanding that this planet is a little bit young to be able to grasp, right?
Mhm.
But they do indeed exist. And for those that have a you know a call, a pull to connect with the dragons, please don't hesitate to call upon the Dragon Council. And
Oh, okay.
the Dragon Council will come, like Archangel Michael or Metatron will come. They will bring their vibrational frequency into your space and communicate with you.
Mm,
Right? You can
wow.
at any time call upon them and they will communicate.
I love that.
Indeed. Indeed.
Hmm.
It is uh it is it's an honor to be able to engage with them.
Mm.
They are not, while you look at them as fantastical and fantasy, they are pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty solid. Not like Metatron, who'll, throw you a joke every now and then. They're pretty solid,
Oh.
pretty solemn in their presence, right? Pow-
Oh.
Powerful, powerful beings.
Oh, I love that.
If you want to know which beings in the cosmos has kind of seen it all, the dragons are one of those races of beings that have kind of
Mm.
seen it all. Right?
That's very interesting. I have had a couple of sessions with my clients experiencing themselves as the expression of a dragon, right? And they're so good. They are so, so good. I I invite people to my YouTube channel if you're interested in listening. They are amazing. But I really, really appreciate um, you speaking on the dragons. I do want to ask you, do we all have, I know that we can call upon them, but do we naturally have them as a guide or do we invite them in? Do some of us have them automatically as a guide? Can you
Yeah,
speak on that?
some of them are connected to some people through lineage, right?
Mhm.
Uh, Others have them as part of their team of guidance in
Okay.
this lifetime, but it it's still okay to call them.
Yes,
It doesn't matter if they're on your team or if they're in your lineage, they will answer when you call.
I love that.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed.
Okay. So I've had countless of um, sessions with my clients having experiences as what we would call a mermaid or a water being. Can you tell us a little bit about um, their existence? And I'm curious if they are actually on our planet in our waters. Okay. So, yes, let's talk about mermaids.
Okay, let's talk about mermaids. Mermaids, sylph, right? There's also a being called sylph, and they are what would be called beings of the water.
Mhm.
And mermaids are normally found in the oceans, and the sylph is usually found within fresh water. There was a
Oh,
time upon this planet where the nature beings and the human beings lived more in harmony, right? And
okay.
so the dimensional portal was more open, so people were in relationship with the mermaids and the sylphs and the fairies and the gnomes and all of the nature beings. When mankind's heart and vision began to harden, right? Begin
Mm.
to close down, it became unsafe for these beings to
Oh,
be here, right? And so many of them remove themselves into that other dimension where they still live. But
okay.
there are those that will come and communicate with some individuals, right? And so uh it's a very special thing to remember oneself as a
Hmm.
mermaid or a sylph or a fairy, right?
Hmm.
That information that is buried deep, deep, deep within your DNA. And so to access that is a gift. Right?
Mm. Yeah,
So yeah. So
that
there
is
are
beautiful.
those upon the planet
Yeah.
that have that lineage as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It just, it's incredible how many show up here at my office and have that experience, which is
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Then you still the whales and the dolphins stayed.
Mhm.
The whales and the dolphins have taken up the kind of the position to be the halfway point between what is the Fey realm and the
Okay.
realm, right?
Yes. I love
So
that.
they can communicate easily with both.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Mhm.
So, my interpretation of what a starseed is, just yesterday I brought up starseed and someone said, "What's that?" And so I realize, in my language, I use it daily. I could use it daily in my work, but there are still so many people that don't really know what a starseed is. But for me, I just feel that they are um, beings from other planets that choose to um, fractal themselves into a human body and have a human experience to help raise the vibration of Earth. How correct is that? Am I missing anything?
No, no, you're not really missing anything, but it's really wonderful to remember that so many of the lineages upon this planet have been intersected time and time again by those from other races, other dimensions, other star systems. And so many humans carry the seed
Yeah.
of Arcturian and Pleiadian and all of these, they carry that seed within them.
Hmm.
And that is also part of being a star seed. It doesn't have to come from someplace else and enter you. It is already within you. And so what you are noticing at this time is that the terminology star seed kind of references those that are awakening or awake. And so that's always an inside job, right?
Sure.
And so that seed that you've been carrying for millennia is
Hmm.
waking up. It is fueling your evolution and your ascension process. You are becoming that which you truly are, which is a hybrid, really.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
You're remembering all of that within you.
Hmm. Hmm. So, what are the extraterrestrials? How are they helping Earth today? Even the ones that are watching us, right? You had mentioned how we are very protected.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go in that direction.
Well,
How do they protect?
well, number one, when you take a look at the pictures of, of the universe and you see that your planet is about this big in the middle of everything else and you're safe. You're not getting bombarded and knocked around by other planets and stars that are around you. Everybody says, oh yes, it's your gravitational field. Well, you're also protected by those other beings that help to keep you safe, to help to maintain your Earth's atmosphere, to keep you safe from things coming in to knock your planet off of its axis, that type of thing. So it starts out there, right? There are many beings that come in to raise the vibrational frequency upon this planet, right? To help the evolving of you as a species, right? There are many that bring transcendent information that helps to heal the body and helps to create your advanced communications. They're here on many different levels for many different reasons, right?
Mhm.
There are also those that are not so happy with the
Right.
the ones that are would rather keep you small,
Hmm.
rather kind of control the energy of the planet. And it's not done out of hate and malice, but out of fear, right?
Ah,
Out of fear. Because if
wow.
you get too big, what happens if what happens if you blow up your planet? Then what happens, right? Because everything works together in the cosmos and in the universe. If you take out one thing, like your very small planet, what happens? And that is why there are
Mhm.
those that want to keep you controlled because they fear that their existence will be impinged upon if something happens to your earth. Well,
Okay. Thank you.
indeed.
So there's a lot of talk about the matrix and that we are living in a simulation. Yeah. Can you speak on that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fui. Well, you know, part of your soul's journey upon this planet in this lifetime is to take ownership of your life, of your soul's journey, of your God I am presence. And there are those that say, well, we can't do that because we're being held in a matrix. Who is holding you? Right? Who is holding you? And so we would say that the movie of the Matrix, right, is fantastical.
Mm,
But in truth, that is not the truth of how you live on a daily basis.
mhm.
And if you feel that you're being held back or that you can't evolve, it's not any fault outside of your own journey, your own self, right? And so your perceptions are those things that keep you plugged into old patterns,
Sure.
right? So a lot of people think their patterns are part of a matrix, but really your perceptions are just how you have created your belief systems.
Okay.
And as you begin to shift your perceptions, you shift your beliefs. And then you understand that you're not in a matrix, but you're in a pattern of your own creation.
Ah, got it. Yes.
Mm. Is that
Interesting.
helpful?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you. I am reading a really wonderful book right now by a channel called Paul Selig.
Indeed.
And yeah, and it's about how we are born with the consciousness of Christ, but how it lies dormant, asleep within us. And this book is about reawakening that.
Yes.
Can you speak about the consciousness of Christ within us? I
Yeah.
haven't finished the book. I've
All right. So, so uh, that really is the whole of your evolutionary process is becoming a Christ, right? Or re-becoming a Christ, remembering that you are a Christ, and that consciousness, right? That vibrational frequency is the epitome of of your soul's journey.
Okay.
So the journey here, becoming a Christ, right? You have Yeshua, you have Jesus be able to show you how that happens here upon this planet, right?
Yes.
And he was a point of reference for all
Hmm.
that exists for each and every soul. It doesn't matter, it does not depend on religious beliefs.
Hmm.
It's all about vibrational frequency, the evolution of the soul in its ability to transcend, right? So everyone here has the job of becoming Christ.
Yes.
Right?
And
That,
really what that is, again, is a frequency, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Is it like the highest that you can really reach
Well,
or in human form?
when we say Christ, people
Yes.
make a delineation between Christ and source, and really there is no
Okay.
no separation, right?
Yes, yes.
For humans, right, that is the highest vibrational frequency in the moment.
Okay. Mm, in the moment.
Because everything continues to evolve.
Evolve. Okay.
Force continues to evolve, right? And so as you become the Christ or a Christ, right? Then it's you're not hitting a ceiling, right? You don't stop.
Yes.
You continue to evolve from that point.
Yeah. So I have a question. Have some people here on Earth reached that Christ frequency? Have they been able to reach it?
Yes, there have been
They have.
those that have become their Christ on this planet.
Is it difficult?
Of course,
Mm.
of course. Many of them went to live in a cave to be able to do it.
Oh,
They
wow.
removed themselves from normal life, right?
Yeah.
And here you are living normal life and also becoming a Christ.
Okay.
And so, yes, it is transcendence takes focus, takes work, soul work.
Yeah.
Pardon us.
Okay.
So, uh, yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
you can't, you cannot spend 5, 10 hours a day on a computer or on a cell phone and become your Christ.
Mm.
And so it really, at this point in time in human evolution, it's really that place of making a choice, right?
Yes.
To be on the journey of that evolutionary path or not. Right?
Yeah.
Sink or swim. No judgment, right?
Mhm.
No judgment. But coming 2024, and we've spoken about this, there's going to be so much more, let's call it vibrational frequencies and situations available where people are going to choose.
Yeah.
Going to choose.
Okay. Thank you.
No wrong choices at all.
Yes.
All your soul's journey. So please don't think that you must, should, have to do anything.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Of course.
Just
Well,
let soul lead the way.
yes. Yeah. It's a very interesting book so far. Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Follower question. How is karma created?
Karma's created by man,
Mm, mhm.
right? We're going to rattle a lot of cages today. When we say that, karma's an illusion,
Okay.
right? It was created by man, much like a lot of the other religious beliefs were created by man, so that you have a way to live, right?
Mhm.
Source is love. God is that loving vibrational frequency. Every soul that transitions and transforms from this human existence is taken back home to source.
Mhm.
Every single one taken back into the bosom of love and light. While you're here upon this planet, you know, karma becomes one of those kind of those lessons, right? That, you know,
Yeah.
if you do this, this is going to happen to you. And a lot of people believe that, right? But ultimately, when you are complete with this journey, you're automatically reabsorbed back into the heart of your source. So what you believe is what you experience. If you believe in karma, you will experience karma, because there is a, you know, a collective that believe in karma,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So if you believe in karma, then you will experience karma.
Okay.
But ultimately, karma is an illusion.
Hmm.
Okay. I know that there's many that are going to just say, Metatron, you are so wrong. But that's okay.
Hmm.
That's the beauty. Use your discernment, beloved
Sure.
one.
Hmm.
Right? And if you believe in karma, bless you. If
Hmm.
you believe that karma is an illusion, bless you too. Right?
Okay. Thank you for,
You.
yeah, that's eye-opening.
Well, yeah, and if you think about it, the the whole goal is to evolve, to raise your vibrational frequency. And so if you know, if you uh become a murderer,
Hmm.
you know, your karma, you know, you lower your vibrational frequency, you're not evolving like your, you know, like your soul would like to do in that lifetime. So it's, you know, it is a way to get people to make choices in their lives, right? To take the high road, to make the higher choice for themselves. Does that make a little sense to you?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, and most religions, most man-created systems like that are trying to get you to take the higher path. All of them, right? All of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So speaking on, like murderers, and the people that come here and choose to be criminals and um, evil. Um, how is that relationship? Like, when we choose to come here, did we choose to do that, or did they just take a wrong turn and they ended up in that way? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Still remember soul contracts.
Yes.
Every
Mhm.
lifetime you have a series of soul contracts. Multiple potentialities in a lifetime.
Yes.
None of them right nor wrong. It's just potentiality, right? Every single soul has been the victim and the perpetrator. Every single soul has had a lifetime where they have been the victim or the murderer, the thief or the one who's been stolen from, the one who's been abandoned or the one who's abandoned them, right? You come in with different scenarios in place for the soul to say, okay, in this lifetime, we have these thousands of options. And then it becomes about the choices,
Hmm.
right? It becomes about the choices. But each and every soul, we would say that there's uh, only a couple of lineages where there's not been those that have come in and been what you would call the murderers, you know, and those that would be the Christ lineage and the Rose lineage, which is the lineage of the Magdalene, right?
Those are
But
pure,
pure, pure, clear.
pure.
Yeah. Ever, all the other lineages have, have been experiencing all of the other options and opportunities of being a human upon this existence, right? So each life you live here, you have different options, you have different choices.
Yeah, but are those choices made up there before you come, or yeah,
Yes,
that's right. They are. Okay.
yes, they are, right? But you have to understand that you don't come with just one or two soul contracts.
Okay.
You have set up thousands of possibilities before you
Okay.
come to this lifetime.
Wow.
So then what happens is it's like
Mhm.
this choice takes you in the direction of that soul contract, right? Or
Okay.
this choice takes you in the direction of that soul contract, right? And at the level of soul and spirit, there's there's not the duality that you live with every day here upon this planet, which is the good and the bad, the holy and the evil, right? It just is experience. It's just potentiality.
Why is that still an option to, if we have so many choices up there, why does evil still exist?
That's a really great question, right? So, how do we explain this in a way? Evil is a mindset, evil is a vibrational frequency that really only exists in duality.
Okay.
Right? If you are in a different dimension, if you are, you know, in a different planetary system, it wouldn't be right, wrong, good,
Right.
bad, you know,
Yeah.
that it's what is an opportunity only upon this planet, only within this container, right? In other places, you'll have different options and opportunities, right? But here, you are in the dance of duality. And that's part of becoming a Christ, is to be able to let go of duality,
Okay.
right? And understand that you are source,
Mm.
right? So having all of these experiences on this planet is all part of the journey, right? To become Christ.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
We can't explain it
Yeah.
any easier than
Yes.
that, you know?
Hmm. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Let's change the channel.
All right.
All right. I'd love to talk about angel numbers. Oh my gosh, everyone talks about the frequency and the multiple numbers. And what are they trying to tell me? Like, why do I always see 333, 1111? is there a significance to the numbers, to, a particular message? And why? Why are we seeing these repeating numbers?
All right. Isn't it wonderful? People are always looking for ways to connect with the divine,
Yes, yes.
right? And so you have created angelic numbers, angel numbers,
Mm,
as a way to connect with the divine. And the angelic realm uses those because they
mhm.
know that they can get your attention, they can excite you, that they can uh, help you feel close to them
Yeah,
by just flashing some numbers in your direction, right? Those numbers, however, have vibrational frequencies. They are light codes, if you will,
okay.
right? And yes, indeed. Uh, let's take 333,
Hmm.
right? When people say, "Oh, 333, 11, 11, 11," it generates an emotional response depending on the individual,
Yes, yes, it does.
right?
Hmm.
And so somebody has taken the time to write down all of the meanings of these different numbers, but the important piece of this is your emotional response. It's not, oh my gosh, it means this, but
Okay,
it's, oh my gosh,
they're talking to me.
you're talking to me. Let me take a minute and see if I can feel what they are saying. We encourage everyone to get it out of the head and down into the heart, right? And so this is a way that the angelic realm and the other realms have learned to communicate with you, right?
I
So
love that.
it's
Hmm.
beautiful. It
Yeah,
is
it's pretty
beautiful.
powerful. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
so if you want to say, well, 333 means this and 111 means this, that's fine. But pay attention to how when you see those multiples, how it makes you feel, right?
Yes.
And then open up a conversation. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing 1111. Hey, you guys, do you have a message for me? Right?
Right. What are other physical ways that angels are communicating with us? Are there any?
Of course. You'll be driving down the road and you think you see somebody standing on the corner and you look again and it's just a lamppost, right? You
Okay.
out of the corner of your eyes, they are showing themselves to you, right? You feel them in your space, right? People think of ladybugs and butterflies
Oh,
and dragonflies as those uh go-betweens, the angelic realm and the human realm. So for some people it's a type of flower or a feather or pennies upon the ground that they're trying to garner your attention.
hmm.
So it's so individualized,
Sure.
right?
Hmm.
Whatever it is for you, then let that be your truth, right? If it's when you see a ladybug, if you think that it's your angels talking to you, if you see a penny on the ground, it's your mom talking to you, whatever it is,
Hmm.
embrace it. They will use it because
Okay.
they know that this is what you believe, so they will use that to make connection.
Okay. I
Okay?
love that. Thank
Mm,
you.
indeed.
So I wanted to ask about our pets, and it's so sweet how y- prior to Wendy bringing you in, Wendy and I she was introducing me to her new cat, her
Mm,
kitten that she just got. I will say over time, our pets have become such special companions and now honored by the people here on earth.
Mhm.
It wasn't like that. Why is it like that now? Why are animals so stinking special?
Ah, animals,
Why?
animals have always been stinking special, right? It's mankind that's evolving
Yes.
to understand that really there's no separation or difference between them and their puppies and their kitties and their cows and their goats, and that all animals are sentient beings just like a human is, right, with souls and journeys. And it really speaks to mankind's evolutionary process, that they are embracing the animal kingdom more fully. Yeah.
Mm, that's very special.
And for many people, their animals are their comfort
Mhm.
and their companions, right?
Right.
Some people have a hard time with other people,
Yes,
but they do great with their what they call their fur babies, right?
that's right.
And so, you know, they will find relationship there,
Hmm.
comfort.
I love that.
Yeah.
How can we communicate with our animals?
Much in the same way as, we've talked about connecting with your guidance.
Hmm.
Right? You ask questions, you listen, feel to receive a response. You do the same thing to an animal, right?
Okay.
There is you know, if you sit and look with an open heart and ask a question and receive an answer, or share a piece of information and watch it be received by your beloved pet, right? It doesn't have to be what you hear in your ears.
Right.
It's what you hear in your heart, what you know inside of you. There are those that are very in tune with communicating with animals.
Yes.
Everyone can communicate with animals if you will take the time, if you will match vibrational frequency,
Hmm.
if you will get out of that place of like, well, I'm the big human and that is only a small animal, right?
Oh
That
no.
will get in the way, so you kind of like push that aside. But animals will speak to all the time.
Okay.
For those that have their beloved animals, they believe that they make facial expressions and all of that also speaks to something, right? Well, this expression means my baby wants food. This expression means they're upset. This expression means that they're in pain. Right? You learn the language.
Okay.
Right? Like you
Yeah.
go to a foreign country, you learn the language, but it means you have to pay attention.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Indeed.
All right. This was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Mhm. I would love some Metatron advice for the collective today.
Hmm. All right. So do your best, beloved ones, to please take care of your physical bodies. For many, this is going to be a challenging winter season. right? And please take the time to take salt baths to keep yourself clear. Take the time to sage your home, to create an environment that is open to receive messages and guidance, right? Nourish yourself, eat to live, right? As opposed to eating to die, as many do, right?
Mm.
And that is going to be helpful in bringing you into your new year, right? Manage your energy. And by managing your energy, we mean, when your vibration is low, take time to raise your vibrational frequency. Watch your emotional processes. Find a way to stay as neutral as possible. Right?
Mm.
All of these things are important moving forward into the new year. Right?
Mhm.
You must be, eh, your body has to be happy and healthy to be able to help you vibrate at the higher vibrational frequencies. So it starts here and it works outward, right?
Mhm.
And we would also like to say, open the possibilities in your life. And by that we mean, kind of open up your minds, open up your hearts to be able to receive the subtle messages, the subtle energies that are being brought to you all the time,
Mhm.
and then allow yourself to respond to what you have received.
Mhm.
Yeah? It will make all the difference in the world. Mm.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Indeed. And we would wish everyone what is Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and the beautiful holidays.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
indeed.
Mm. Till next time.
Namaste.
Namaste. Welcome back.
Thank you. Woohoo.
Where did Wendy go?
Off into someplace.
We talked a little bit about channeling and how it takes place and yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's a fascinating thing because when I'm going through the process, it's almost like I could feel myself like being pulled back in a certain way, and
Mhm.
that Metatron kind of surges forward.
Yeah.
And then when it's complete, it's almost like I feel him leave out of the top of my head, and then I just kind of move back forward again. It's fascinating. And I think that every channel probably has a different way of experiencing it. So
Sure, sure. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Excellent. Glad to hear.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
You're so welcome, Myra. Mwah. Merry
Mhm.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next month.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Bye bye.
Bye.